reality, this video is going to cover Marisa's optimal cash out combos. So that could be things like blocking a DP or just drive rush conversions off of things like medium punch target combo. If you like this type of content, leave a like, subscribe. I'd appreciate the support. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Starting with in the corner, just the basic B&B, you block the DP combo. If you have 3 bars of super, look something like this. And then cancel that into level 3. If you only have 2 bars, you have to cut it a little short. It looks something like this. And then juggle OD Gladius and cancel that into level 2. And if you have 1 bar of super, it looks a lot like the level 3 combo, except we end with charged crouch heavy punch into charged level 1. But they're not always going to be completely in the corner. A lot of times they're going to be somewhere around here. So if you're around here, you can do walk up, you can do towards heavy kick. There's a couple things you can do. You can do back heavy kick, or excuse me, back heavy punch afterwards. And then this is exactly like the cornered combo, right? And all of your options are going to be pretty much identical. If you're going into level 2, I guess you could cancel, you could charge this and get just a teeny bit more damage. If you're going to level 2, it's going to be very similar, but you can charge the back heavy punch. And then off of the level 1, again, it's really identical. There are certain spacings where you are far enough away where you cannot walk up and get this, like this. In that case, you need to drive rush in. The optimal route for you to go for here is drive rush towards heavy kick twice, and then drive rush stand light kick into heavy Dima, charge crouch heavy punch, drive rush back heavy punch, knee, and then medium Gladius into level 3 if you have it. So I'll show that. Excellent. If you're only going to spend 2 bars of super, again, you just cut this a little bit short. And you do that into OD Gladius into level 2. If you lock it from a little further away, a little closer to mid-screen, you aren't really able to get drive rush into towards heavy kick. So from that distance, you want to drive rush cancel the knee into another knee and then do the OD Quadriga. Like this. And now I can drive rush into this. But I don't want to do both of these because now I can't complete it. So what I want to do instead is do this and cancel the towards heavy kick into heavy Dima. And if I'm going into level 3, from there, I just do charge back heavy punch into heavy Gladius into level 3. If I'm going into level 2, there really isn't a ton that we can do here. It kind of just has to be the same thing. Charge back heavy punch into level 2. But if we're going to level 1, then we're going to do charged crouch heavy punch and then cancel that into level 1. If you are any further away from the wall, what you'll see is that even if I do this, I'm still too far to carry it or to pick it up. So there you need to go for a different starter entirely, and that starter is going to be charged crouch heavy punch. Just be careful for these combos, you need to be point blank. So there is a standard combo that works when you're super backed up, and that's charge crouch heavy punch, charge back heavy punch, traverse cancel, charge back heavy punch, traverse cancel, and then light Gladius. This ends up doing just shy of 7k damage if you don't have critical art. However, there are some spacing specific combos if you're around mid-screen or a little bit further away. And those are going to start with 2 charge crouch heavy punches. And then drive rush crouch medium punch. Drive rush cancel towards heavy kick, charge back heavy punch, and then OD Quadriga. And then depending on how far away that lands, you're going to do a different special move. So from that close, we get to do Light Gladius. And then we can cancel that into level 3. And you see that's like 17 more damage than the basic route. So not a whole lot. But if we're just a little bit further away, then we will get quite a bit more. Because then we can do Heavy Gladius, and now all of a sudden we're breaking 7k. So this turns into like 140 more damage. Personally, I would probably still just go for the charge crouch heavy punch into back heavy punch route if I'm looking to cash out. But that's just me. If you don't have level 3, there really isn't a great way to spend 2 bars off of this route. That doesn't connect. Level 1 is fine, because you can still do the charge crouch heavy punch, and that's still a good conversion. Not a super great way to spend all your drive and your super, though. So what you might want to do instead is just do an OD Gladius outright. And that'll actually get you a little bit more damage, but you'll notice it's still not nearly as damaging as some of the corner options that we had. If you are not going to end up close enough where these follow-ups will connect, which is a real issue, then we're going to start with a charged stand heavy punch, but now we're going to do some drive rush cancels and stay on the ground. And I believe the optimal route is this. For 4751, so a couple hundred less damage, but usually not going to matter. The general rule, though, is you want to keep them on the ground. You're never going to do more damage going into Dima than you will just keeping them grounded. From the drive rush cancel options, if we don't have level 3, we are going to go into Dima. Make sure you're holding forward when you do these level 2s. I don't know if it actually ever matters, but it doesn't ever hurt. And if you only have level 1, we can do charge crouch heavy punch into the charged level 1. But what if you don't block a DP? What if you just get like a whiff punish with stand heavy punch? What do we want to do? Well, the answer is still the same. If we can get into OD Quadriga, we want to get into OD Quadriga. So if you get a whiff punish from around here, it really is kind of the same idea of stand heavy punch, medium, medium, and then we want to go into this, and then, hey, look, same idea as we talked about before. So this is stand heavy, medium, medium, drive rush cancel, back heavy into OD Quadriga, and then we just assess how far we are from the wall, just like off of the block DP combos. So if we're a little bit closer, we can do something like that. If we're a little bit farther away, we have to drive rush in. If we are backed up, I do believe the route is something like this. Hopefully that video was helpful. If you want to support me, consider becoming a channel member, or consider checking out my book, Zealot's Trial, link in the pinned comment. Hopefully that was helpful. As always, have a good time.